So Jackie Poo,
What's
explain
up,
this
dog?
background.
Okay, I'll give you a hint on what this background is, okay? Hey, Bill Gates, come over here. There's plenty of 14-year-olds for us to fuck over
Dude,
here.
is that Mar-a-Lago or
No,
what is it called?
that's Epstein
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 Island.
Mar-a-Lago.
Island.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Mar-a-Lago's the Trump one, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one stateside. This is the foreign fuck center.
yeah, dude, fucking right. My other guess was the Bass Pro pyramid. I thought maybe you were right outside. That looks like a
Memphis.
bathroom or something, like a touristy
No,
bathroom.
No, dude,
That's
that's where
Uncle
Jeffrey
Touchy's
Epstein.
naked puzzle basement.
Dude,
That's
where
where
is that? Where is the fucking pyramid?
it's
Is that by
on that
you?
Memphis.
the Jeffrey Epstein Island is on an island with, I think we've hit on this before. It's called Little St. James, and Little St. James is just like the most like, dude, it's the most kid fucking island name you could ever have is Little St. James. But yeah, no, dude, I'm just chilling here right now. I saw Heath Ledger walk by just a little bit a while ago.
Yeah,
Who else?
dude.
Who else is here? Leo DiCaprio's here, of course.
Well,
He's
yeah.
looking for a new girlfriend.
Well, he's
Yeah.
not only that he's also trying to he's trying to get to them early so they don't pollute the earth. He's trying to explain to them the
Right,
importance
of course.
protecting the earth
If they're
early.
16, they don't have much of a carbon footprint.
Kevin
and he's trying
Spacey's
to keep it that
apartment.
way.
Kevin Spacey's
I
apartment
like
on the
my
island's
pussy
like
carbon
right down
neutral.
the block.
You said Spacey's there. You see him?
Yeah, Kevin Spacey's got his own apartment like right over there. You can't really. I would show you guys, but I really
Dude.
can't turn the camera around. But
Well, hey,
yeah, I
if you see him-
got invited here because of all of our Malak talk from our last couple of podcasts. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I did
When
get
we
an
were-
envelope with no return address, but I threw it away. I should have opened it.
No, see, I opened the letter and then I followed the instructions carefully, and look where I'm at, boys.
Dude, we fucked up. Lucky
Yeah.
you,
So did I.
dude. Well, look at that little 14-year-old. Anyway, yeah, if you're with Kevin or hanging with K Space, let him know that no matter what he did, the show went fucking House of Cards went down without him. And
dude, he's kind of busy right now. He told this guy earlier. He was having coffee in the kitchen with Jeffrey Epstein, who's still alive. I don't think I needed to, that's
obviously.
yeah. So because it's Jeffrey's place. They're not. Yeah, he didn't just give it away. It's still Jeff's. So Jeff and him are drinking coffee, and he was talking about how they need to get rid of some of these loose ends. So prepare to see. Did Kevin Spacey, was he recently in court or something like that? I don't know. Kevin, were you in court?
He's waving.
He's just shaking his head. He can't hear me.
Damn, dude, that's wild. So, I mean, you're in the shit. He's been in the. Weren't we talking about him recently? Like, didn't he just get like sexual assault allegations on like 2 continents, separate continents, or some shit like that? Like,
I think it's hard to keep track of that shit anymore.
Yeah, the pedo tracker. They have it on the desktop over here somewhere.
Poor Giselle, dude. Poor Giselle. Everybody else got a fake death and just got to go home to 14-year-old island. Giselle, I just saw a picture of her. She's fucking running. She's doing her little. I saw her doing her jogging in the morning on the prison yard. She's got long hair now. She looks older as fuck. Like, it just.
Wait, who? Ghislaine?
What did I say? Giselle? Or yeah, Giselle. Ghislaine.
You said Giselle. I was like, oh, holy shit. I knew she got divorced from Tom Brady, but man, I didn't know she was in the prison yard.
Yeah, look, dude, I don't have my fucking my inner working lingo is not as up to par as yours. I'm not as attached. I mean, look where I'm at. Look where I'm at, and look where you. This is the same background I've had all 22 weeks of this show. You're literally in the shit. So
yeah, dude.
But
Dude, watch where you step.
I saw her doing little prison sprints the other day. Sucks to be that bitch.
Yeah, that would fucking. I mean, like, do you think that's her? Do you think that's like a body double? Because like,
I mean, she's
a lot of us here on the island are wanting to know.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they need to get her to be quiet, dude. What is going on with her though? Like in reality, like has she been like sentenced or anything? Like I guess she was sentenced, right? 20 years. Isn't that what it was?
Yeah, I forgot.
Sounds like
I think that sounds about right. I thought
Damn,
they were gonna appeal it though, or something like that. I don't know.
Well, you'll know
you know
first.
you know what they're not gonna do? Make a deal. Like, hey, you get to talk about everything. Make a deal. Like,
Yeah,
we'll give you 10 years if you spill the beans on all the people that were involved. And they never offered that to her. They don't want to know that.
Damn. Well, lucky you, dude. I mean, I have very few podcasts,
Thanks, dude.
if any,
I appreciate
have a frontline reporter in St. James, little St. James. I mean, it's pretty titties, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So.
And don't thank me, because I didn't pay for it. It was all Bill Clinton. If you gotta thank somebody, just thank Bill, because he's the one who got me here.
Yeah, dude, what a sweet guy.
What a sweet guy Bill is.
So what else has been going on with the week? I mean, Stuart's shooting off a goddamn cellular phone because Springfield turned off their internet. They're fucking
pitched a fit. The midterms were too blue, so we all
yeah. They said, "Oh yeah, motherfuckers." They're like, "You want to keep dirtying up our state with them little blue marks?" They're like, "We'll cut your fucking internet. You won't know anything."
Now we're all in time.
It's just one router in the fucking center of Springfield, like town. Somebody's just got to fucking plug it back in. It just connects everybody's fucking internet all together.
Whenever they act up, they're like, "Motherfucker, you lost internet privileges."
It's either that or like local like skateboarding teenagers at like 3 a.m. just tripping it.
Yeah. They have armed guards there because some fuckhead wants to come. Everybody's trying to get there.
It's the only place in the entire city that you can actually do like a LAN connection with your computer, like with a cord. Dude, everything else just runs off the Wi-Fi, and the internet is as good as you are close to the city center where the router is.
When do you guys get that fucking the new shit? I mean, I feel like we talked about this once before, but when do you guys get that one internet?
That DSL?
Yeah, we're finally gonna get that deal. Yeah. They're working on privatizing the ISP here. They're gonna have like local privately owned fiber optic network. It's a couple blocks away, so I don't know.
Dude, you're gonna be fucking. One of these days, you're gonna be in the future. You're gonna be fat. You're gonna be.
Dude, you're gonna be watching 1080p videos on the internet, dude. It'll be sick.
We have to edit our podcast up in 720p.
He's finally able to watch. He's finally gonna fucking be able to watch a YouTube video with like some type of quality. Like, he's like,
he's going first. Dude, wait till you watch Avatar, Stuart. It's gonna blow your fucking mind, dude.
Yeah, dude.
They're like, dude, wait till you see what we've had for a few years. Like, shit gets crazy.
Titanic last year, and you're like, yeah. They're like, well, guess what, dude? It gets
fucking wild. They're coming. Aren't they coming out of the new Avatar? I never fucking cared about the first one. Didn't give a fuck.
The comment that always stuck in my head about Avatar, and this isn't my original thought, but it's something like, Avatar was the highest grossing movie of all time, yet no one can name any of the characters, a quote from it, and like it left no cultural impact on of society at all.
This fucking movie like comes back to theaters, like it's crazy. Just on its own.
It's just crazy to think about because it's all those things are true. Like I can't tell you one quote from that movie, like or a character.
3 sequels to it.
Yeah, I saw that they planned to fucking.
But it's been such a long time since that first one that they had to re-release into the theaters, almost like a refresher. Like, hey, remember that before we bring in the sequel.
Dude, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna go see the second one. Probably not even gonna. But I hear people talk about, like, I mean, you hear people talk about Avatar like it's the Bible, like it's just the greatest thing ever. And I mean, I think that it might have been the most expensive movie ever too, right? Something like that.
Dude, James Cameron does not spare any expenses, dude. He gets the Titanic, he does that.
I think Endgame might have surpassed it as expensive film, but yeah.
Dude, man, there's people out there that didn't like Endgame. Sad.
They got ripped off on that Endgame budget, dude. Green screens are cheap as fuck.
Oh, the front office is telling us this is the third Avatar.
Correct.
I thought this was the second Avatar.
They already got a second one. I think the second one released like a year ago, maybe 2.
I don't believe that at all.
Okay, you just give me 1 second there, sweetheart.
Yeah, look, if we can't have a fucking front office, a misleading front office. Look at the facts up. I'm pretty sure that there's only one.
Stu, we can't hear you when any one of us is talking, by the way.
Yeah, so this for the people who just listen to this episode, this might be a little rough on the earbuds for you guys. But look, you know what? 22 episodes. Fuck off.
I have a sultry voice like this.
Yeah, for anybody, just turn out.
It's not out yet. Looks like the
and
second one's not out yet.
I'll talk. I'll say everything for Stu, but I'll say it as Herbert the pervert. I'll go, hey there, muscly arms. I got a whole freezer full of ice cold popsicles.
Stuart just types what he wants to say in the chat. We'll
I'll just read in that voice.
Yeah. So there you go, front office. You silly jackass.
December. Not yet.
Yep, not yet.
Dude, Sojourner Weaver. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's a name. That's a name and a half, dude.
I still stand on the fact that it won't have shit on Top Gun 2. It's so good.
Dude,
I thought about buying it, but I'm not going to. Fuck that.
Dude, I saw Top Gun 2 and I was like walking to the enlistment office afterwards. I was like, fuck, stop.
I swear to God, like I was like, bro, I'm gonna save every country.
Yeah. And by save, I mean bomb every country.
Every single one. I'm just gonna get my fighter jet, and I'm fucking on one fucking. I'm gonna have a full tank of gas, a little bit of fucking, reserve, and that's it.
And you're just gonna be dropping payloads, payload. I don't even know what a payload is, but just dropping them on people's heads,
dude. All because Tom Cruise inspired me. Well, I guess now fucking the new kid was pretty sick, even though he came to the Eagles game last night and they lost. Fuckhead.
He's the Philly fan for sure. He comes for all the Philly stuff or Philadelphia stuff, and he can drum. Remember that movie?
Yeah, I did. What were you saying, Stuart?
Fucking War Dog.
Dude, War Dogs. Isn't that's the movie with what's the fat fuck? Jonah Hill. Yeah.
Yeah, that was them.
Yeah, it's a good one. Is that the one where he's drumming? Is that it? Yeah, it's a good movie actually.
What's his name? Jay Simmons. Guy that
Whiplash, that drumming movie. That movie's sick. He's like constantly yelling at him. He's like, "Fucker, play the drums better." And he's like crying and shit. It's just like, you gotta be faster than that, you douchebag.
I don't think I ever saw that.
You never saw that? It's just the guy from fucking Spider-Man who says, "I need more pictures of Spider-Man," saying that like you're a pussy to this guy who's trying to drum the entire time he's drumming. It's that.
Or what's his fucking name?
J. Jonah Jameson.
Well, is that the actor's name or the character in?
That's the character in Spider-Man. I don't know what the fuck his real name is.
It's something Simmons like that.
Yeah, but if you want to hate a character, he's a very hateable character in Whiplash, and he plays a bad guy very, very well.
Has anybody seen Black Adam?
No, not yet.
Has anybody? Well, I'm not going to see that either. I don't give a fuck about it. But
I don't even know what that is, dog.
That's the Rock is Black Adam. It's
what
his
superpower
superhero movie?
What superpower does Black Adam have?
He has everything. It's like he's like the Black Superman.
Is that what he is? I really I don't know the backstory on Black Adam or any of it. So
Use that I've seen like the teasers and shit. It's like he's got like the fucking like he's got the strength, he's got the flight. I was like, okay, so he's just Superman. He's like, does he not have a weakness?
Why don't they call him Super Adam? I mean, Black Adam just seems kind of crazy in 2022.
Yeah, I think it's like I think it's more of an ode than a.
Oh, okay. Because I haven't heard of Black Adam before. I mean, they could have just changed. They could have just changed the name a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, but also, yeah, but you could say that make the same case. It's the same thing as, I mean, they could have made Black the one popular Marvel character, not Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's.
Oh, I guess you're right, but there's a thing. There is a Black Panther like.
Right. Well, Black Adam's a comic.
Yeah, a Black Panther is an actual like animal.
Right.
Yeah, he was a villain in the comic. And also, you guys are talking about J.K. Simmons, the Spider-Man.
Yeah, I knew it was Simmons something.
God, you know,
I need
it's about to talk. Is it one of these days? Our front office is going to ask for a raise, and we're just not going to be able to pay him. The kid's good.
We're gonna have to run some ads.
Kid's
Big
good.
old ads.
But yeah, J.K. Simmons. It was actually I was excited to see him in the new Spider-Man. That was pretty sick. So what else is on the old agenda? Well, I guess let's talk about. We kind of were bringing this up today, and it actually can kind of tie into two things we want to talk about today. But we'll start with the FTX thing. I don't know too much about it. I know that I know Jack probably knows more about this than I do, and I know the front office knows all about this. But Jack, what was that? It looks like is that Lil Dicky?
So his name is Sam Bankman-Fried, and a lot of people are calling him Sam Bankman-Fraud. And long story short, his company is what you would consider a cryptocurrency exchange. FTX you're dying over there. FTX stands for Futures Trade Exchange, and it was going to be a website where you could trade stocks and crypto together, and there was going to be a lot of liquidity because a lot of people would be on the site and you'd be able to trade like crypto really easily. Long story short, they it was all like a marketing scheme. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Tom and Giselle were in the FTX commercial for the Super Bowl, and that was the one where like Tom's like calling all those people and they're like, "Hey, are you in? Are you in?" Yeah. They're like, "Yeah, I'm fucking in." Tom Brady says I'm in, and he like calls like the people from Boston. They're like, "What do you want, you fucking jack off?" He's like, "You know,
they're like, we miss you."
He's like, you know, you guys would take me back, and they're like, he's like, "Yeah, we would." But
yeah, I do remember that commercial.
So long story short, they were using the money that people were depositing on the site to like expand the site. Not really like they were using funds that people like had deposited as if they were just like their own money to own. And it was billions of dollars worth. And there were celebrities, Tom Brady got really invested in it. He had a stake in the ownership of the company. And I guess so did Giselle. And then Shaq was involved. Steph Curry was involved. There was like a lot of like celebrities and actors and institutions too. I mean, there was a pension fund out of like Illinois or something like that. That's like, you know, like for like retirement and shit. Like all these people are going to lose all their money because none of this money like really was used properly or into the business at all. It's pretty fucking insane because this company's drop is bigger than Enron, which I wasn't around and alive when Enron crashed, and I didn't know much about it. But that's always like the worst case scenario when you hear about like a business or something like that, like Enron. So this is unfolding in real time, like during this episode. Like some of the news was breaking last week, and really funnily, there's a video on YouTube, and maybe we could link it in the description of this episode. But it's about this guy who goes ahead and he like a month ago he was calling this a fucking Ponzi scheme. He like called it out of the blue. He's like he listened to an interview of this guy who you're seeing right there, Sam, on the screen, and he was like explaining how his company works, and it was literally just like saying like we take the new money and we put it into the company, and then we grow the company, and then we put in more new money, and then we grow the company, and then it's just like he was just describing a pyramid scheme. Long story short, Tom, I wonder if this had anything, and I don't know shit about Dick, but what do you think? Do you think this had anything to do with maybe Tom and Giselle? You know,
she was like, "You motherfucker." She's like, "Now we can't
you
even
lost."
retire. That's
dude,
why he went back.
That's why he's going back. Maybe like he may have lost like hundreds of millions of dollars. This could be like a really embarrassing thing that's going to come out for him.
Well, luckily he's got that TV deal set up, so I mean he's got the rebound on the rebound. But yeah, I mean, who knows? That's fucking wild. So it's like, what is going? So this has nothing to do with like the state of crypto, because I feel like crypto is fucking shitting right now. Like I feel like
it had a ripple. It had a ripple effect. So once this happened, a lot of people were scrambling to get out of FTX and cover their losses and stuff like that. And a lot of that involved selling their crypto en masse. And so the price of Bitcoin went down from like 20,000 to 16,000. The price of Ethereum went from like $2,000 to like 1,200, 1,100. And
that's where everybody says, go buy it.
Yeah, well, that's when a lot of people are trying to sell the same thing at once, it kind of creates that effect. So I don't know, it could have really bad. I think the only thing is like it's bad for crypto in the sense that like the long-term effects is that FTX will be forever known with being a giant scandal, and they're gonna, over the couple of next days and weeks, months, when the story develops more and the level of fraud is really uncovered, it's going to be equated to like the biggest like fraud case in maybe US business history. And what's going to happen is that whether people like it or not, I think there will be people who will associate that fraud and the publicity that case receives with cryptocurrency in general.
Yeah.
And that's going to cause just like a lot of difficulties, I would imagine, for the crypto market as a whole, because it'll always
like how many years
it'll always have this like tagged on it unfairly because it was one dumbass guy, but still.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I mean, it was already hard to, it's been a long road to get people to even understand what's going on with crypto and get people like to see the benefits of it. And then it's like some shit like this happens, and it's almost like you're back to square one.
He's also dating the ugliest motherfucking chick I've ever seen in my entire life, and she's like apparently involved in the company as well. She's like the CEO, and she's like, there's just tons of memes going on about her right now as well. Maybe our front office can pull up this his girlfriend, because he risked it all for some of the worst foul woman I've ever seen in my life. So
damn, dude.
I think that's his ex-girlfriend. But I know
she would not even be allowed on my island that I'm at right here.
Yeah, she's probably she's 10 years too old. One.
Well, yeah.
age aside, bitch still wouldn't.
But this kid's like 29 years old, and he was on Forbes like top list.
Yeah, oh fuck no, dude.
Yeah, dude. Imagine if you were a billionaire and that's your girlfriend.
She's like a pinky toe.
I think it's funny his name is Bankman too, because like that's a funny ass last name, like Bankman Fried, and he's like Bankman fraud. Yeah.
She looks like when that picture got done taken, she turned around and played in that mud behind her.
You guys ever seen the movie Grown Ups?
Yeah, I have.
She's like Rob Schneider. She looks like Rob Schneider's ugly daughter in that movie. The one who's like butt ass ugly. Like the other one, like two smoke shows. She looks like that bitch with fucking ski cap on, or the swim cap on.
Well, another part of this, so another part of this FTX thing is so Miami. I assume this is where the Heat play, right? Is correct. Yeah. So the Miami Heat, they play at FTX Arena. Obviously,
I heard about
the naming right, and they're obviously not going to be able to pay their fucking this $135 million year or whatever. So now they've declared bankruptcy. They've already seen that they've been, I don't know how real that picture was, but there was a picture circulating of like them actually already covering up the FTX on top of the building, and in preparation of they're more than likely heading towards a name change. But the best part about this is one of the last time that the naming rights came up, when FTX got the naming rights, there was a certain porn company that threw their names into the mix for the name, which obviously did not get picked. That is Bang Bros. But they are back. They are back to let us know that this fucking offer still stands. And dude, how fucking tight would it be? I mean, like, this is how you come back from something. Just Bang Bros Arena.
You already embarrassed yourself with FTX. At least Bang Bros is still here. They're still a business, and they're
not going anywhere.
They're not going. They're here to stay, bro.
They are here to stay,
dude. What do you think they're gonna do with those letters, though? Do you think we could buy that giant F to pay respects? Press F to pay respects, and we could fucking have that. That'd be sick. Bang Bros, dude, they should definitely get the fucking naming rights to the stadium.
Yeah, I don't know how realistic that. I mean, God, dude, how cool would that fucking be? I mean. I feel like it.
I think like pornography is like too taboo at this point.
What are you saying, Stuart? We gotta stop talking so he can talk.
Can you imagine? And if you
Still didn't get it.
What was that? Imagine what?
Imagine bobblehead,
Yeah, bobblehead at night at the Bang Bros Arena. Dude, imagine the Bang Bro dancers, dude. Yeah, dude. Everybody reach under your seat. You got a free fucking I was trying to not a fleshlight, but I was trying to think of something like I was trying to think of like a popular.
Dude, imagine taking the bang bus to the game. That'd be so sick.
Bang bus, dude. Fucking right. You get like, yeah, that's sick. And they've got like half naked bitches in the bus that like serve drinks or whatever, or like, whatever.
And they all tell you that that they are your stepmom.
You could rent out the whole bus and literally have a themed fantasy for the 90-second drive from pickup spot to
the Bang bus stop to the Bang bus arena.
Yeah, the Bang bus stop. What was that? Huh?
Very Miami. You would totally fit the culture down there.
And that's where you're gonna get away with some shit like this. I just feel like it's too perfect. The Miami Heat, like you're already thinking like, the sex drive down there and like the fucking just the whole feeling of Miami, and now you've got the Bang, and right dead center of it, the most popular team in Miami, the Bang Bros. Fucking, oh baby, let's go.
Fucked.
Yeah. Bang Bros, just get fucked. Go Heat, get fucked.
Do you think they would? Do you think they would lock into like a 19-year agreement like that?
Dude, imagine 20 years worth of like. They're like, well, how do we know you're going to be around in 20 years? They're like, well, sir, do you plan on beating your dick? Quitting beating your dick anytime soon? He's like, oh, good point. Sign the papers. He's like, sign them up. Done deal.
Yeah. After November.
Dude, it's too perfect.
He goes, I checked the notes and the research, and it shows that there will always be desperate 18-year-olds. So our business model is safe.
I mean, we are fucking rock solid when it comes to that type of shit. But yeah, that's good stuff. I hope that happens. That'd be
FTX,
like the one,
though, dude.
Well, I'm saying that might be like the one positive out of all this negative. I would say that this is a positive. We may have a Bang Bros Arena. So anybody out there that lost your ass in your retirement, and your kids can't go to college, you're fucked. You can't retire. You'll work the day you die.
Just
rub one out. Get tickets to a Miami Heat game at Bang Bros fucking Arena and get over it. It's a good way to do it.
Dude, you know who else? I was thinking about fraud. You know who else is out of jail now and trying to do something? Is Billy McFarland, the fucking dude from the island. The what was the fucking
Firefest.
Firefest. Yeah.
And did you see? Yeah, I saw he put up a video like kind of playing fun at him being a Ponzi schemer, and he was like, my next scheme or whatever. He's like, I'm working on.
Somebody said that he was teasing the fucking Firefest.
Firefest 2. I heard that. Like that's the video I saw where he was like, I'm working on something big, Firefest or something like that. Like he kind of like played in the fact that he fucked everybody the first time. Like he kind of like rolling with it a little bit apparently.
Dude, they should fucking totally do that shit. Firefest 2. I mean, like,
absolutely.
Everybody would want to go. Like maybe. I don't know.
Now I feel like it would be big. Like now it could be big. Get Ja Rule back on board. I want to see.
What if they just did it and fucked everybody over the exact same way again? That would be fucking awesome. Dude, like you're an idiot.
Yeah, you fucking morons. I only watched the Netflix one of those. I never watched the Hulu one, but like, I hope I from what I remember of that, I do hope he fucks everybody. Like I remember them getting like cheese sandwiches, like a bread and cheese.
dude, there was a dude who was Go ahead, sir. I didn't hear you.
That was like fully prepared to suck some dick to make things work.
Oh yeah, dude, that's right.
The water guy. He was gonna
suck that guy's dick. Yeah, that's right.
Dude, I remember one of the craziest moments I thought from that shit was when that kid, he fucking like once they found out they were staying in those small ass tents, he like went and like flipped and tore up like everybody else's mattress like around him and like threw it out in the rain so that there would be like nobody around his tent. he like took like the next like 6 tents around him and just like started breaking them like a madman. Like that's so fucking hilarious just to be like, like you do not need to do this. There's like a way for all of us to have a tent, and this dude just like, fuck this. I don't want anybody around me. And he just starts breaking everything.
Yeah, that's
I would, dude. Yeah, bring back Ja. You think Ja Rule? He's definitely I mean, he's not making any money
I was
doing
trying
anything
to think
else.
of like what else. Well, Ja Rule, dude. Yeah, I was trying to think of who else. Like what other like
Blink 182 was signed on to the Blink 182 was signed on, I think, to play that Firefest. That would have cost them a pretty penny nowadays. It seems like.
It's called Tom DeLonge. There's aliens there. He's like, fuck it. He's like signed. He's like, no, we don't need to be paid. We're good.
Dude, God,
yeah, that's fucking.
Remember that video they shot with all like the fucking models, and they were like going around on the boat and stuff like that. Dude, no shit. They were probably like right over there, like back there, you know, like around Jeff's place.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. Yeah, hopefully we get that. Hopefully we get a Firefest too, because that was fire. Something else I want to watch that I also think is kind of fire, which is fucked up, which I just saw a thing for today, which kind of not really plays on this, but it's kind of like it's like a shit show you just have to watch. Peacock just gave fucking Casey Anthony a goddamn show, it's like a tell-all. It's like her side of the story.
Wild.
I've got him. Yeah, it's like Casey Anthony telling
is Nancy Grace gonna be on that shit, dude?
I don't know, but like I'm watching the fuck out of that.
Dude, I would pay that would be the best celebrity boxing match in the world. Would be Casey Anthony and Nancy Grace going at it in the fucking ring.
She might dust old Nancy now, though. That's the problem. Like if we would have had Nancy, like if this would like in the heat of this,
like 09 Nancy. Oh god.
Where were you when you heard Casey Anthony? I'll never forget where I was at when I heard Casey Anthony was found innocent.
Dude, my mom was so obsessed with the case. Like, would watch court TV every day, all day. Like, watch the entire trial, everything. You know, she like sucked her lawyer's dick to pay him, right?
Well, she started work. She worked for him after the trial. She lived with him.
She's married. She's like dating him now, or like married to him now.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. Like, dude, super fucking wild.
I've seen a lot of there was one special about her cellmate, and her cellmate like and her had like some relationship where they like were like talking through letters and like they were like in love with each other and shit. It's weird as fuck, dude.
I was on what is that street in Louisiana or in New Orleans? What's the big street?
Bourbon Street.
Yeah, I was on we were on Bourbon Street because I was in New Orleans when it happened, and we were like all the open face bars. So like when like the verdict came in, like you literally watched the sea, like it was like the fucking streets parted. Like it was so wild. Like everybody's running to a TV. My mom was the same way. She was all about that shit. She could not turn it off. But yeah, that bitch killed her kid. Got away with it. Now she's gonna get a Peacock special.
How much money do you think she's getting from that?
What'd you say, Stu?
Can you imagine on Bourbon Street at that moment? They're like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Yeah, everybody, shut the fuck up. Like she's about to go to prison for the rest of her life, and they're like, "Joke, that bitch is innocent."
Dude, that was like the white people's version of OJ.
Yeah, no shit.
Like clearly guilty. Fucking innocent.
It's a shame she wasn't like a fucking WNBA star or something like worth a fuck. Maybe we can trade her for Brittany Griner.
Dude, that'd be so sick. I bet Putin wants Casey Anthony.
That's what I'm saying. Just sell Casey Anthony for old Brittany. Be like, look,
help him make some chloroform. You can just help her like with that for the war. And then
she's basically a war criminal. So,
dude, I think Putin would really consider putting Brittany on the front line. I mean, say what you want about her. She's like 6'11" or something like that. And she could probably shoot the shit out of some Ukrainians, if you know what I mean.
Bro, she'd put a boot through you. She'd probably put her whole foot through your chest to some Ukrainian.
Yeah, dude. Put those size 15s up in their grill, dude. Just pop.
Sparta kick through the chest. Like, who the fuck? You remember like which Thor movie was? I think it was a Thor movie where he gets locked up or whatever, and he he has to like, so he gets arrested. Front office can help me with this. I know he knows it. And while he's there, they're like, you're going to have to fight the monster or whatever. And then they find out that the monster was like the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? The Hulk was like their guy. So they raised this chamber and like the Hulk comes out like all this battle armor. Dude, Brittany Griner, like, dude, the Ukrainians are just going to see this like fucking big old shiny object. They're like, who the fuck is this? She's like just taking out waves. What'd you say?
Go ahead.
What'd you say, Stuart?
And bring out your
dude. She's just got like a huge like.
They like lift the door. It's just her feet, and it keeps going up and up. And they're like, "Holy shit, who the fuck is this dude?" And it gets to the top. She's just ripping a fucking dab pen. She's like, "Let's get it."
They get her all hopped up.
By the way, you're talking about Thor Ragnarok.
Yes, Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Dude, Putin's gonna tell her, he's like, I need 20 Ukrainian scalps. And she's gonna just go out there and he's like, and I will get my scalps.
Oh god.
Dude,
hopefully we do hope Brittany Griner comes home though. So don't cancel us. We do want her to come home. But the bitch shouldn't have been vaping in Russia.
That should be a fucking rap album, Vaping in Russia.
Vaping in Russia. So before we fucking scoot on over into sports here, because I think we do have like a decent amount of shit we can talk about sports wise. I do want to.
Didn't somebody else die this week?
Yeah, so I'd say let's talk about the third fucking episode in a row. We're gonna talk about somebody famous dying, but this one to me is obviously the saddest, or the most sad. Anthony Rumble Johnson, MMA legend, dies, 28 years old, I believe is what he was.
Yep. Rest in peace.
Nobody knows what the fuck he died from, just some illness. It was wild because he like pulled from the fight. He pulled from a Bellator fight earlier in the year, or like late last year, November. Basically saying like he's never been so scared of something in his life. He's super sick. He can't tell anybody about it. And then a couple months ago, his manager gave an update saying, he's really sick and he needs all the prayers he can get. And then out of nowhere, he fucking dies. What was this? Saturday, Sunday, front office. When was this? A couple days ago?
Sunday, I believe.
Yeah. Wild. So, I mean, the guy's multiple times, I think, fought Daniel Cormier for the title twice, I believe, lost both times, but still, great fight. I mean, one of the scariest fucking punchers in MMA history. I mean, this guy literally just put dudes to sleep. I mean, just straight up dusted fools. So,
pretty cool name too, Rumble.
Yeah, so rest in peace, Anthony Johnson, Rumble. But on that note, we can talk about the UFC 281 that just happened this week. I don't know if you guys. I know I watched it. I know Andrew watched it. I know you watched it. Yeah, we were talking about it. Great fights.
Every fight was a fucking first round knockout.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, what was Izzy? Fifth? So the fifth round knockout for Izzy.
Everything else, like everything on the prelims and main card was like a first round knockout. Fucking what was it? Reyes got laid the fuck out by what's his name?
Dominic Reyes is a washed up fuck.
He's so washed up. I thought Span, right? He fought Span.
Yeah, Span. Yeah, I thought I have no faith in him. Ever since he lost to John Jones, it's just been downhill. But yeah, a lot of finishes in this. I mean, we talked right for the end of last episode. We talked about Frankie Edgar, who got retired in nasty fashion, just got fucking put to sleep again.
That was sad.
Yeah, very sad. Dan Hooker got a fucking win this week. Good Lord, everything is right in the world. Dan Hooker is finally, the journey was to the United States was worth it for him. He got a dub. What else happened? So Dustin Poirier,
Frankie Edgar's career is probably over.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, he got put to sleep. Night. The Dustin Poirier Chandler was, I mean, obviously what we thought it was going to be, just straight up brawl that ended with Michael Chandler getting finished.
Yeah, I really like that fight a lot. There was tons of action and they grappled each other for a little bit. Chandler, he held Poirier down for the most of that second round, and I think if Dustin didn't, take his back and win that way, then I think Chandler probably might have won on points. So
it was a good fight. A lot of blood in that one. There's that little controversy where everybody thought I guess Michael Chandler, he did, because they showed the replay.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fish hooked that guy. I mean, fish hooked Dustin's mouth. I mean, but
so shitty to
he
get done.
Really already lost so much blood at that point. Who the fuck knows what he was even thinking or seeing in that time? But yeah, good fight on that.
Zhang Wei Li, dude.
Yeah, thank God. Carlos Esparza's boring bitch ass lost the belt. Thank God. Hopefully she never. I mean, I would be okay if I never watched her fight again. She's terrible. She's boring.
Tell me how you really feel, dude.
I mean, she's champion, but like, Jesus Christ, like, she is like talk about one trick pony. Like, I am just so tired. She is so boring. So to see her get fucking put out, and she got finished. She got subbed, right? I can't.
Yeah, she got submitted.
So, and then Izzy, who has been fucking making the rounds since then on the media, talking about, he's good, he's taking it on the chin, blah blah blah. But this hurts,
dude. This is a mental fucking loss. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, this dude beats you in one sport, comes over to the other sport, and takes your fucking title from you. Like,
dude, and
this dude has a permanent spot in your fucking head, guaranteed. 100% for life.
Well, and the worst part about it is,
knocked you out twice.
And both fights. Izzy is winning on the scorecard in the last round in both fights. So he even in the kickboxing fight, he had a standing 8 on Pereira. So Pereira got fucked up in that first one too. But in the jaws of defeat, fucking Pereira puts him out again, and it's like, damn, like, that has got to just be the worst.
Empties the gas tank and just starts throwing bombs at him in the 5th round. Like, holy, like, I did not expect that at all. He looked gassed, and then he just started. He couldn't be stopped. And then Izzy, dude, I mean, like, you're right. Like, yeah, he's winning the whole fight. I don't think anybody expected him to lose this. Or, I mean, it was closer in the odds beforehand than probably any of his other fights, but. Wow. Dude. I mean, yeah, well, he was like the number 2 pound for pound best fighter behind Volkanovski, and now I think he dropped 4 spots to 6 now. So,
dude, fucking Izzy and Kamaru Usman shadow realmed in the same. Well, I guess he didn't get shadow realmed like Kamaru Usman did, but Andrew, just in case anybody forgot, that's Kamaru Usman. So he didn't get fucking shadow realmed like that,
dude. I just realized. You know what he looks like, Nick? Go back to Kamaru Usman real quick, because I just made a leap.
It's so funny how quick.
So when in Black Dynamite, when Black Dynamite's yelling at Euphoria, and he's
shut the fuck up, Euphoria.
You like that hot ass coat hangers, bitch? I'll send your ass back to Crenshaw Pete's with the hottest coat hangers, bitch. Would you like that? And then he stares at her like that. Like, that's the look, just the widest eye stare, just.
Yeah, so the Kamaru Usman shadow round. So he didn't get shadow round, but seeing them both lose in the same year, that's big shit. That's pretty wild.
Where does he go? Like, what does he do after this? I mean, did you fight Alex again?
Yeah, I think we're gonna get that again. I do.
Okay, we'll run it back,
dude. That's gonna be a fucking fight. That's gonna be a great fight. And it's almost like it's already a trilogy too.
Well, yeah, and another great fight got announced during this card, which was already kind of rumored. But Islam Makhachev is going to fight Alexander Volkanovski. So champ versus champ. He's going to go up. So Volkanovski's going up from 45 to 55 to fight Islam. This is gonna be good. I think Islam's obviously going to have to be the favorite. And my thoughts on it are, if Brian Ortega was able to get Alexander Volkanovski in some of the situations he did in that rear. I mean, let's not forget when they fought. I mean, it took a superhero effort for him to get out of that submission. I think Islam, being bigger, is probably going to
ragdolls him.
Yeah, I don't know if he ragdolls him, but I think we're going to get some excitement, because I think Islam will fight, a smaller guy. I think he'll throw some hands, but yeah, pretty much overall, I think he gets thrown around. So, Stuart, I know. Sorry, so you're not hearing much of Stuart this episode, because they're having some, like I said before, we're having little issues, and we're missing him. I mean, you at least look at him. That smile's there. He's still cute, But did you see any highlights from this weekend? Because you didn't really get to talk during that little session.
I don't have too many opinions.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, on that note, I guess let's. I just opened up Twitter, and this is something I just saw now. But I guess
breaking news:
our goddamn St. Louis Battlehawks, our quarterback
who's
is
our quarterback?
AJ McCarron.
From Alabama. Let's
go, baby.
Damn.
Dude, one of the best clips of all time of announcers just like being fucking wild is the time the guy is like, they have the camera on AJ McCarron's girlfriend. And they're like, you see that, boys? That's Miss Alabama. This is why you go out in the backyard and throw that ball around with your dad, because that's the kind of girl you can date. He's like, if you're the quarterback of Alabama, and like, it was just completely out of pocket. I was like, holy shit! But that's sick though, dude. He's our QB. I kind of would miss what's his name, the guy from Mississippi, our last quarterback, the Hawaiian guy,
Jordan what the fuck was his name?
Yeah, it's Tua something. I don't know.
Jordan, I don't know. But yeah, he was good. But he didn't have the long dick of AJ McCarron.
He made the practice squad of the Chiefs last year.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so AJ McCarron's our quarterback. When do we is the draft tomorrow then? I think the XFL draft.
I don't know. Is it?
Who's even eligible for the XFL draft, dude? I really hope they can.
Who isn't is what I want to know.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, fuck yeah. I think the list is shorter for whom isn't.
I want
Jordan Taimu. That was that guy.
Jordan Taimu. What'd you say, Stuart?
Battlehawk.
Yeah, we had the second pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, our coach looks like a fucking nerd. I keep seeing pictures of him, and it just like they keep showing photos of him like so like this is the best one. So the other day it kills me. So they're like the new coach checking out his new stomping ground or some shit like that, and it's like pictures of him in like various locations of the Edward Jones Dome, but like the Edwards Jones Dome is literally just a heaping pile of dog shit. So like they had
especially when there's no event going on.
There's no event going on. So like they weren't going to show the turf. So like all the pictures are angled up. So you see like, because nobody wants to see the rundown asshole shit turf that's in that place. And like you could tell how like they had to, there's probably four pictures there that they like places there they could go take pictures because there's no money put in that goddamn building. But like,
dude, Edward Jones is a fucking shadow of itself. It's sad, dude.
And it's now like the Dome in America Center or something. Like it's not even Edward Jones or something. Yeah, it's like, what was that?
Convention center now.
Yeah, it's just a convention center. Like they had a fucking Halloween costume convention there not long ago. Like, dude, they have.
Dude, you can rent it out for like $250 for a birthday, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
At this fucking point.
They'll pay you to hang out there for the day. They're like, we just need. We keep like
there's homeless people breaking into this thing constantly. Just make sure you keep them away and keep the lights on and walk around. They'll usually leave you alone.
They're like, what do we need this crowbar for? They're like, this is just in case anybody sneaks in through anybody slips through the cracks.
Can you imagine putting like bounce houses in there? You put like 20 or 30 bounce houses just all over like the turf and stuff.
Dude, like make it a giant sky zone fucking
dude
trampoline.
And on your way to the bounce house, you trip and fall on the turf and get like a fucking STD of some
sort. Turf toe, you're out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Hanging out your knee.
You got like a knee. You never even poor front office never even made it to the bounce house. He tripped and fell, and now he's a doper. Like
this is how you end up after Edward Jones Dome.
You trip and fall at the Edward Jones Dome. That's it.
Not even once.
Not even once. This guy's got fucking staff. Yeah, well, good shit. So the XFL draft tomorrow. Didn't even know.
I want to see like retired players. That's who I want to see in this league. And did anybody get Johnny Manziel? Is he still
Johnny Manziel's doing that was doing the fan controlled thing. So I don't know if
I'm sure he could commit to both.
Dude, but he was like so like the thing like they kind of let Johnny Manziel be a fucking Hoosier in that league. Like they let him like talk his shit. Like, they're all mic'd up. And he's like smoke. Yeah, it's just like fucking. It's just
he was smoking joints on the fucking side on the sidelines.
Yeah, it's a fucking. It's a sideshow. So the XFL, we don't want you, Johnny. Here, the Battlehawks, we caw, okay, and we caw for real.
Dude, we better get some good fucking players. I don't want to see any bullshit.
What'd you say, Stu?
He was in the Alliance of American Football, and he was terrible in that.
Yeah, he's fucking terrible. And that was the one that had. That was the one that I'll never forget. Us chatting about that in your living room, and like by the time I got back from Springfield, it already went under. It was like a 4-hour. Like we were so excited about it because Allstott. Remember when Allstott a coach? Mike Allstott a coach?
No shit, that would have been fucking sick. He was awesome back in Tampa back in the day.
And the guy that I'm trying. There was a couple coaches that we were like excited about it, and then they weren't paying their players or whatever the fuck it was. Like nobody was getting a paycheck.
Dude, that's like that's how we like end up with coaches like Jeff Saturday. I mean, now the Jeff Saturday thing is crazy because I bet you some of these XFL coaches like have been on staffs before in the NFL.
Put some goddamn respect on Jeff Saturday. You're talking about 1-0. Jeff.
He's
Saturday.
He's the only undefeated coach in the NFL right now. As
I can't fucking believe. And who did they play? Fuck me running. The Raiders. Oh, okay.
The Raiders.
God, man, I bet they would have won if they had their all-pro tight end. Yeah, Jeff Saturday, fucking. I mean, jokes on all of us. You know, I mean, everybody's been popping off. I saw Bill Cowher had a little meltdown on TV about it yesterday, or 2 days ago. Joe Thomas had a fucking lot to say about it, but he comes walking in there, probably still buzzed from Saturday night, and gets a dub.
Aaron Waller. Dude, the Raiders are fucking so goddamn bad. Derek Carr's crying in a press conference afterwards.
Crying,
dude. I mean, like, dude, you just lost to Jeff fucking Saturday, and you're like, stick around this franchise and be loyal as shit. And what does it get you? Not a fucking thing, dude. They like, and Devontae Adams sucks ass now, apparently, I guess. Like, and they can't figure it out together. Like, what the hell is going on?
Did you see what Mark Davis? It's Mark Davis, right? Which one's dead? Al Davis.
Yeah, Mark Davis got the cool haircut.
Yeah, Mark Davis has the fucking sickest bowl cut in the world, dude. You can flip.
That's what I need to do, dude. I need to get rid of these bangs and just get the fucking
Mark Davis,
the Davis,
dude. If you pull up next week with Lil St. James behind you and the fucking Mark Davis, you might be on a list by the end of that episode. I might actually I don't care how long I've known you, I might report you.
Dude, yeah, that is a fucking cut, dude. Imagine having $1 billion in your bank account. Like, you open up your fucking Chase and it's like 8 digits and you still get haircuts that look like that. Jesus,
he's got to be an incest kid, right? Like that's got to be the product of many years of incest.
Dude, his family bloodline is so pure.
Holy shit. Well, so anyway, he says, so yesterday in our group chat, because we have a show group chat, I was like, what the, or maybe it was 2 days ago, and I was like, dude, the Raiders are, what the fuck is wrong with the Raiders? And Stuart had an answer for me, and that answer was Josh McDaniels. Come on, dude, you fuckhead. That was the only answer said. So, but he says, Mark Davis says that he's doing a great job. Great job. Josh McDaniels is doing a fabulous job. So
yeah, I mean, obviously the incest has made his brain fried. So I mean, holy shit, that's a fucking dude. Who lines him? How do you line up a haircut like that? Like, what the fuck do you even use? Like a bucket?
It's pretty clean, dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's on. I know it's clean. I'm just talking about where it's at on his head.
Dude, look at the
It's like at the top of his forehead.
I want to know if those hairs stick up naturally or if he has to fluff them bitches in the morning just to get them upright. Because that's
he gets one of these 14-year-old twinks on this island to go fucking gel it up and blow on it.
Dude, what a guy. What a fucking guy. But yeah,
he's been here before.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he is. He's got a fucking condo right behind him.
He has his own jet.
But he's a bum, and the Raiders are fucking terrible. And I think it's hilarious that Well, I guess Green Bay isn't doing too terrible. They just ended up beating. They just beat
the Niners.
The Niners, yeah,
Dallas.
but or
They're
Dallas, yeah.
or Dallas. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Good.
Yeah, he can't beat the Niners.
So I mean, but like, dude, it's just what a sad breakup for those two. Aaron Rodgers is just lashing out.
Well, it looks like he found his guy this week. 3 touchdowns, Christian Watson. That was
about time. About time for that.
About time somebody in that offense steps up for him. Yeah, so I don't know. There's a lot of shit like that. I mean, there's like a lot of storylines, I mean, that are awful from this week and kind of indicative of how I see the season ending up. Like, think about this. The Rams, they're like, what, 3-7? Cooper Kupp's on IR now for the foreseeable future. His season's probably over. They're not going to bring him back just to fucking salvage this season. And then what's after that? You know,
Allen Robinson season, baby.
Let's go. Allen Robinson season for sure. And then, I mean, there's other things in the league like Tom Brady. Like, what are we figuring about the Bucks right now?
Well, my question before the Rams though, before we move on, is does Cooper Kupp's injury, does that almost is that almost make it a for sure thing that does Odell back to the Rams make the most sense out of, does that jump them to the top?
Yeah,
because obviously he's not a Cooper Kupp replacement, but
but he's help.
But he's help, and he's better than anything else that's out there right now.
I'm gonna hard disagree. I don't think Odell goes back to the Rams simply because they're not going anywhere. I think that dude wants to win.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I'm just saying, but if
it would make sense, I have no doubt.
If they shut him down,
that's a good point.
If you went to Odell and offered him enough money for like a 1-year deal or something, like the rest of the year, you know what I'm saying? Sign him through the rest of the year.
You just fake an injury.
Yeah. So, but who knows? I mean, what'd you say?
Saying to see him back in New York.
You do?
Saying to see him
again. Yeah, but like look, the Giants are a team that are going to fucking fold the moment we get into any football that matters. They're done for. I think he needs to go somewhere like Kansas City now that Juju just got put in a wheelchair, or fucking.
I think this Giants team. Maybe, I think what this Giants team is this year is setting up for something possibly to be really nice next season, because, like, I don't think they have the quarterback right now that's going to take them to where they need to go. I think everything else, though, like, this is definitely a great season that they're going to build on. And I know you hate to hear that, Nick, because they're in the NFC East, but the Giants are getting better.
Well, yeah, but they're not. Yeah, but the Eagles.
I understand.
They're going to be good for quite a while.
I'm just saying the Giants are definitely taking a step up this year compared to where they've been historically in the last like 5 years. So I don't know. I think they're a quarterback away because I don't think that their answer is there in the pocket right now.
And I don't think they have receivers. Like, I don't think that. Like, here's the thing. Like,
they got
who?
Yeah, I guess Wandale.
Okay, and then
rookie
Sterling Shepard was good until he got hurt.
Who has literally had a seasoning injury the last 3 or 4 years, and he's 30 now. So now you've got, and he's a free agent also, so they have to re-sign Sterling Shepard.
And they just got rid of Kadarius Toney. Yeah, you're right.
Toney's gone. Darius Slayton shows up once or twice a year, and fucking, I mean,
Kenny Golladay he's a relic of the past. I don't even know.
Yeah, so I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I like the Giants. I'm not like if I had to pick one team in the NFC East to root for, like if you gunned it in my head, not the Eagles, it's the Giants. I mean, I will take the Giants over the Cowboys. I'll take the Giants over the Redskins or the Commanders any day of the week. But I just don't think that they are for real. I think that I think Brian Daboll is a fucking hell of a coach. He is already coach of the year. Like, if anybody else wins coach of the year, it's a joke. And I think he's the perfect one. Yeah, I mean, he's the perfect guy for that because he's got them guys wanting to play. That is more of what kind of where I'm going with this. I think that they've got a guy that lit a fire under their ass, and they've got them guys playing and want to play. But I don't think when it comes down to it, have the talent to go. They're not going to beat the Eagles, in my opinion, in like a winner. Like, say it comes down to like that, because since the whole NFC East has got like fucking 3 losses this year. Comes down to like end of the year game, because I think the Eagles end with either the Giants or the Cowboys, and like that game, Eagles Giants, to get into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they just don't have or they get to the playoffs. Say they get to the playoffs and they have to play even somebody like, say, the Bucks somehow get there, or somebody who's another team in the NFC. I guess the Niners. What are some other good NFC teams?
The Vikings are good.
The Vikings, yeah. I think the Vikings are way better than the fucking New York Giants.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson, even though Adam Thielen is like a literally a ghost of himself, Adam Thielen being your number 3 receiver is maybe not even your number 3. He could even be your 4, because I mean, then that other kid's pretty nice. So it's like, I think they're pretty, and their defense is gross. And Seattle, because they have.
I was just thinking about that. I was just about to say Seattle. They're playing crazy this year. But, I mean, that trade's gonna. I mean, I was at that Titans Broncos game, and dude, Russell Wilson is so fucking bad. It's like unbelievable. I mean, he can't.
I will remove you from this fucking stream.
He can't even throw in the middle, like, at all. Like, it's so bad. The team around him is horrible. Like, they're playing awful. The offensive line is dog shit. I think this could be one of the worst trades that's happened in the last like 5 or 10 years for sure.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah,
that's so terrible. I guess. Well, before we move on to from the NFC East, we got to just talk about the Eagles game last night. So the Eagles obviously were 8-0. Now they're 8-1. A divisional game last night was a trap game for sure. Division game. I mean, everybody's like, Taylor Heineke, he's straight up acting like he won the goddamn Super Bowl. I mean, dude, you played like shit.
I'm not even an Eagles fan, but if I have to hear the Dolphins undefeated team having a drink because of I will shoot somebody. I'll shoot Joe Buck if he mentions that again.
It's just,
it's so fucking annoying. Yeah. It's like every time you have an undefeated team, it's like, I bet you the Dolphins are watching this game. Like,
well, here's the thing, like 2 years ago or a year ago, remember when the Cardinals started like 6-0 or 7-0?
It was 8-0 last year.
8-0. Yeah. So it's like, and then they just literally folded. So like,
yeah, that's Cliff Kingsbury for you.
So, I think I'm kind of glad they got the loss out of the way. But I mean, I think that
you got beat by an XFL quarterback, a former backup for the Battlehawks, dude.
Telling
he
you,
was
dude.
A backup for the St. Louis Battlehawks, dude. And now he's taking Carson Wentz's job, which is pretty fucking sweet.
It's funny you bring up Carson Wentz. I've got a few underdog leagues this year, like a little best ball leagues. And before that game started last night, I got like a little update. It was kind of like just like a little notification for like if you want to play like the daily fantasy for that game, and it was like, luckily, Carson Wentz isn't starting for either team tonight. And I was like, God damn, like we're not even hiding it anymore. Like we're just straight up big business. Are like, Carson Wentz is fucking terrible. Like, luckily we don't have to watch that piece of shit play quarterback.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like there was another time he was supposed to come back to Philly and he got injured beforehand too. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering that from something, but I could have sworn that he's like dodged that game a couple times now.
He may have. Well, I think didn't they play earlier in the year already? I thought that Carson played there already. Hold on. Let me preseason.
Well, the game was at the Link last night, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Yeah. But yeah, I for some reason or another, I kept thinking that he's like dodged that game.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
He's a pussy. He doesn't want to face those crazy Philadelphia fans, dude. They'll throw fucking what were they?
Oh yeah, they played in Washington. Yeah, they played 24-8, and that was week 3. That's what I thought. So I'm trying to think what else happened in the old sports world.
I don't know, Sporty Spice. You tell me.
Well, Tito Francona, my man, Big Dick Tito.
Oh, who
AL Manager of the Year.
Cleveland bullshit.
Bro, shut your bitch ass up.
You mean to take him out?
What is this, a fucking Cleveland show? Jesus Christ.
Remove this man from Andrew front office.
Done.
Get him the fuck out. Get him out.
Too good.
But yeah, dude. Manager of the Year, thank God. He took a bunch of fucking high schoolers to the fucking playoffs with the best division title. Youngest
I
team
took a
in
bunch of high
baseball.
schoolers here. You don't see me winning any fucking awards.
Well, you're on the next slide. You got your manager of the year of St. James, the little St. James baseball team.
Dude, yeah, it's definitely a little league team if you catch my drift.
So that's good news. But yeah, we're getting some of these awards coming out. We had a bunch of gold gloves, 4 gold gloves this year. Quan, Straw, who else was it? Andres Jimenez and Jose. No, Jose didn't get the glove. Remember, that's why.
That's right. He was didn't.
Fuck. Who was the other guy?
So Terry Francona, man, revitalizes his career in Cleveland.
Well,
that's a story. That's a story in itself.
I mean, he's been there. I'm pretty sure he's been there longer than he was in Boston? At this point. He's been there like 10 years now. Yeah.
Huh.
Francona's been there. I think this was his 10th year.
I missed that. I didn't think he'd been there that long.
Right.
Shane Bieber.
Yep. That's right. That is right, baby.
Baby. Is Shane Bieber? Is he Justin's brother?
Baby.
And then Michelle Kwan's brother, Steven.
So he was in he was a Red Sox from 2004 to 2011. So what? 7 years. So, and he's been an Indian the Guardian since 2013. So yeah, 10 years. Love it.
I didn't know he was part of that World Series team.
2004?
No, the Indians World Series team, 2016.
Yeah, he was there, and that was why I was like, man, he's about to end two big streaks, and then he didn't. So
yeah, well, maybe he could still do it.
It's pretty ridiculous. You guys got anything else? You guys? Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, and that's the only only time we're gonna mention baseball.
Really scraping the bottom of the barrel there, aren't we?
Makes me sick. Well, dude, I had to. I said earlier we weren't gonna bring up baseball for a while, and then I saw that today, and I was like,
any happenings in the NBA on the hoop side of things? NCAA college basketball just started this week, so that's sweet. Go Billikens.
Yeah, go Billikens. Well, the Cavs started out super hot, and then they've lost about 4 in a row. We just need to get healthy and get everybody back. And
who's
out? Jared Allen was out, and Donovan Mitchell. But they're both like,
Mitchell's but they're like already.
They were basically rest games. Like they have like little ankle tweaks or whatever. But Stewart's Jazz, goddamn Jazz, trading the whole team, and then they got better. Somehow, Lauri Markkanen is fucking out here playing like Michael Jordan.
Driving.
What was that?
That's daddy right there.
Yeah, he's Big Daddy for sure. God, makes me sad, but I'm happy for those boys. I'm happy for him and Colin. Those are
getting some Mormon magic to start the season, huh?
Yeah, I mean, fucking, that's how it is. I mean, I'm trying to think. I was trying to find the stat real quick because I was going to talk about what percentage they make of the black community they make in that part of Utah, but it's a lot. And yeah, they're hanging out. They're really showing out for the all white crowd and a bunch of fucking Utah. Mormons. The front office and I was telling Stuart about it yesterday. We're in a fantasy basketball league with a bunch of fucking Jazz. Like the league name is literally Go Jazz, and so we're just playing with a bunch of racist Mormons.
Talking a lot of shit for a team name who could literally be turned to jizz with just one letter.
One letter.
Man, I hate other Jazz.
Yeah, they're the fucking worst.
Yeah, and also, like, why are they called the Jazz? I know they were in New Orleans, but, like, dude, fucking, there's not Jazz anywhere. Jazz has been outlawed in the state of Utah for the last, 100 years.
I'm pretty sure they still have.
I didn't hear that too. I mouthed what you said, but
I don't like that black meat.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought you said. Yeah, Utah is not. Let's not talk too much about Utah. I'm sure it's probably a pretty cool place. Maybe. No. All right.
Never been there. So the Blues, we could talk about how they beat Colorado last night. Thank God we look like we're showing a little bit of life. I went to that game last week. I talked about having tickets to the game. They ended up winning that game. Couldn't believe it. San Jose. AJ and my brother and I have been to, we were 0-6 the last 6 hockey games we've been to together. So that was the first win we've seen in, I think, 2 seasons.
6 is a serious number, brother.
Dude, 6 hurts.
Yeah, 6 is that's like, I don't want to go to the game with you kind of
We were already talking about like at what point we leave early. You know what I'm saying?
That's too
like
good.
Because of like we just assume the worst.
Damn, dog. Yeah, that's a rough streak. You guys are you guys still going to a lot of games like because of the Connect?
Every once in a while, yeah. I mean, I don't really take a lot of them. I just kind of when they're available. I'm a homebody, dude. Yeah, I'll go every once in a while, but like I like to sit at home and chill. I don't need to go watch fucking live sports, sit next to people I don't know all the time.
Yeah. I do it every Sunday for the Titans.
Every Sunday. Talking about the home, but when it what did they? So they ended up winning that game you went to, right? I was trying to look for that.
They beat the Broncos. Yeah, it was 17-10. Yeah. Yeah, it was a great game. Titans defense showed up. Tannehill didn't, but he's still kind of injured, and so was half our team. But we didn't have Jeffrey Simmons in. We didn't have Autry. We didn't have like half our good guys, but we still sacked him like 5 or 6 times. So overall, Titans, like if they can get the offense figured out, they have one. It's a fact that they have one of the best defenses in the league. I mean, they've been holding all their opponents to like below 20. So yeah, tighten up.
Bro, I just refreshed my Twitter and we were talking about the FTX thing. Well, so Cade Cunningham last year was a rookie for the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
So he signed a deal with BlockFi and he received 100% of his signing bonus in Bitcoin. And now BlockFi is preparing to file for bankruptcy.
Dude, he got that fucking bag, dude. Good for him. He got the Bitcoin. At least he didn't get paid. At least he didn't get paid in their stock or something like that, you know? Dude, you know what's funny too about the FTX shit? I forgot to mention this was that do you remember Larry David's ad for FTX on the Super Bowl? It was like the wheel, and a guy was inventing the wheel. He's like, it's never gonna fucking work. And then it was like a toilet, and he's like, why would we poop inside? That's disgusting. And it's like going through history and like he's like in Japan. He's like listening to music locally. Like who would ever want to do that? Or listen to music out and about. Who would ever want to do that? And then it finally cuts to like modern day. Obviously Larry's been wrong all this time, and some guy's like, so you want to join FTX and trade your crypto on our platform? And he's like, nah, doesn't sound like a good idea. Don't want to do it. And it's just so funny because that commercial's aged so well, because I mean, if you would have taken Larry's advice, you didn't join FTX. So yeah, they spent like billions of dollars telling you not to join FTX via Larry David, and honestly, it was probably the right thing to do, is tell you not to join it.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's sad. Well, here's another thing we didn't mention. So since the last time we did a podcast, it was voted midterms. So everybody was voting when we had our little stickers on. So Missouri did end up legalizing pot. We did have our one commie bastard.
I didn't vote
here. Yeah, well, because he didn't, like, which we went over because
I conceded the election. Okay.
Yeah, and his vote, when people say your vote matters, his vote didn't matter. Down in his part.
Tennessee. Yeah.
So,
but go ahead. Sorry.
But Missouri,
what happened in Missouri?
Legalized pot, baby. Let's go. So
wow, let's get a little clap in the.
I think we were the only one on the ballot to do it. I think like most of the other ones didn't vote it in. It got denied. So
that goes into effect January 1, right? I guess.
So I believe it goes in January 1, but sales actually aren't going to start taking place till February. So like,
okay.
So I believe that like I assume the law changes in January, but I don't think like anything's gonna be really available.
So are all the medical places now just gonna open up as like rec? Pretty much. That's pretty neat. Good for them.
Medicinal marijuana, obviously no changes at all. So like that just stays the way it is through. And but yeah, I mean, come and it's like a 6% tax. So like I assume that means that we're gonna have better price because dude,
you're gonna get so much better, more people from Illinois coming because they pay like 30%, or out state people pay like 40.
Yeah, no, dude, Illinois is fucking, you get waxed. Like it's not even worth going. Like it's literally not worth. You're spending so much. It's like $60 for a gram of wax there, and it's like,
what was it from Trailer Park Boys? $20 grams. What the fuck?
What the fuck? But so that's good shit. So that's exciting.
I think it's cool too that they're gonna expunge all the people who got arrested for weed possession.
So
which is great. I mean, I don't know if that's gonna work, if that's true, but that's what the law said.
So
right?
Yeah, so I was kind of talking to my brother about that, and so there's that sounds a lot better than it is, because like it's all, so basically like the amount, so he was kind of telling me like the amount of people that actually benefit from that are so little, because most of the people in jail still have like had a little bit of like distribute, or like some, like basically that's expunging like such a small amount of people.
Like they're still, like who just got possession,
just got a small little tiny possession charge. And AJ's like, how many people are actually still in jail for that? He's like, there aren't many. He's like, for those people that got pulled over, like with,
it's
like,
not gonna go off the record though, isn't it?
Selling weed. I don't know what that is. Sponge. I guess that means, does that leave your record?
I think it means remove
yeah,
it
I mean
from
that
your
leaves.
record.
But like most people in jail for weed right now are going to stay in jail for weed, or like just because like they really worded it to sound good, but like they worded it to where like, yeah, they're really not letting that many people off the hook. But yeah, I mean, but like I told AJ and my brother, because there's a lot of people who aren't, which I'm finding out about this now. There's a lot of people that are, who maybe haven't been doing this legally, or been trying to get into this legally. They really weren't for this, because of, this like 3 ounces, anything over 3 ounces is a felony. Like, so they really were the only single state, and we're the first state in the country to, you used to be able to, like, if you go to Colorado and you go buy your, there's a limit you can buy when you go to these dispensaries.
Right.
So you obviously just can't go there and buy whatever.
Like
when you hit, so when you hit that limit in Colorado, there are, you scan like your license. Most places now, you can't just go to another place and buy anything because you've hit. So 24 hours, that's like a 24-hour period. Yeah. Here, I believe it's 30 days. So here, if you go in and buy if you go in and buy your amount and like your whatever the limit, you can't just like go home and get fucked up, or just like stash it and go back and buy more the next day. You have to, because when you go buy a dispensary, they scan your ID, you go into the
system, like how they do at Walgreens with like the fucking people with Sudafed or something.
Sudafed, like right? You're like basically on a list. Yeah, you go into like a system. So like when you go to the next dispensary and they scan your ID, they go, oh, you were already at a fucking dispensary today and you bought so.
Bro, that's so fucking wild.
Yeah, so apparently Missouri, and I haven't looked.
Everybody's just gonna buy illegal weed.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, but like I told AJ, like as much as those people need to quit being selfish, because like, yes, this might not be what you want as far as like it didn't just day one you guys got all your freedoms, but this is a step in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Like it is a step in the right direction. As the longer it's legal, things are going to loosen up. There's going to be times where we vote on more freedoms for it. But we have to fucking put one foot in front of the other at some point. And that's all of this is. So all the people complaining, shut the fuck up. It is what it is. Like we can't, have our cake and eat it too. Weed is legal in the Midwest. Okay. Like, yeah, chill out. And in a few years from now, you probably will be able to have more than 3 ounces. You could probably
buy 3 joints at a fucking place.
Well, because you can't smoke in public still here. Like it's not one of those things, you can't walk around getting high. So it's very much like it's legal, but like you buy it and go home and get high. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's funny.
So it's kind of like
every 30 days. That's crazy. Or 8 grams of concentrate, or 800 milligrams of Eddies,
which is not shit.
Yeah, it's really actually not that much. I'm kind of surprised it's so low.
Oh,
Right.
4
So-
ounces of flour every 30. No, it's 4 ounces. A patient.
Yeah.
Oh, a patient. So that must mean the people who have a medical card, right? Or
No, I
don't
think
know.
this was
Just
for
everybody.
everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Crazy to think though, because Missouri, growing up in there, that was definitely not the case, or anything I imagined would have been the case. So good on you guys. That's sweet.
yeah, I mean, like I said, positive. Stuart, how
Power
you feel?
to
Well,
the power to
Stuart
the
was-
people.
How do you feel? I mean, I know you're obviously for it, but I mean, it's time for you, right?
Yeah. No, I'm all,
Did you see that? He's like, yeah, yeah, it is.
it's a big step for a state that at one point Missouri was the United States where if you had a second possession offense, mandatory life in prison. We had the harshest penalty at one point in our nation's history. So the fact that we were now recreational, it's huge.
Huge. Exactly. That's the same. Like you gotta take it as it comes. And like this is a victory in my
Dude,
in my
you guys
opinion.
gotta try the THC suppositories. I've been trying them lately. They're fucking great.
What are those?
Suppositories?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
You know the things you stick up your ass?
Dude, can
Boof
you
it.
send me a few?
Yeah, dude. Matt, you get so baked when it's coming out your ass.
I'll coat my fucking Claritin in it and stick it right up my ass, dude. We'll be fucking
Hell yeah, brother.
Dude, we got
A
the
little
coffee
boof.
beans and everything, dude. Coffee enemas.
bro. They're gonna think
That should be
we
our
are
first
just all
sponsor, dude. That should be our
we're
first
all-
sponsor.
we are just all about butt play on this podcast. Like we are
Hell
all
yeah,
about the
dude.
ass here.
Yeah.
It is just what?
Their mouths for anyway.
Yeah, I mean, what else are
That's
they
a-
for?
That's a South mouth, brother.
That's a South mouth. Oh, that's so good. But yeah, baby, we're gonna be I can't wait to buy just like I don't like just like little tiny joints again. Like the Colorado, I brought home those little tiny little cigarette joints. I'm just excited to be just to partake.
Living free. Yeah,
Living
good for
free.
you, man. Good for you guys. We'll never have that here in Tennessee.
I was actually just talking about that to somebody about how ass backwards that was. I'm like, dude, fucking
Dude, you can't even buy liquor. You have to go to a separate place to buy liquor. So yeah, forget about
Yeah,
it.
you still can't buy liquor down
You
here
can't
on
buy liquor at a
Sundays.
grocery store or anything like that.
Yeah, you can't buy any type of alcohol here on Sundays.
do you have the sun? You don't have that, right? You can buy alcohol.
No,
on
you can buy
Sunday.
alcohol. Yeah, I can buy alcohol on Sunday.
Just old here.
We ain't that bad yet.
That's so fucking funny. Dude.
Actually, you know what? I forgot. It might be in Tennessee, but I think Davidson County, which is where Nashville is, I think that's what allows me to do it on Sundays. They have a different law.
That's awesome.
Anyways,
Well, I guess that's
that
it.
about-
That's
is that about wrap us up?
Does that wrap it up? Does that put
Wrap
a
it up,
stamp on things? I think
Is
it
that it?
does. All right. Well, that's episode. What is this? Episode 22?
Lay your nuts on the
22,
desk of
baby.
this episode, dude.
22, baby. All right, 22.
I don't know about
fire,
you.
motherfucking weeks.
I'm feeling 22.
But
Everything
yeah,
will
I mean
be all right if Kanye doesn't mention the Jews.
dude, seriously, Kanye, leave the Jews alone. But if you and for anybody watching, if you guys didn't see fucking Dave Chappelle on Saturday Night Live, go watch that shit. That shit was hilarious. He did a little thing for Kanye and Kyrie. But yeah, 22 episodes. You motherfuckers have no excuse not to be following us by now. We're cooking up some shit in the background, which we can't really talk about now. Who knows? I mean, it's not really big, but just things. We're like I said earlier, we're trying to put one foot in front of the other. That's how we do things
It's an
here.
NFT on FTX. Go sign up for FTX
Yes.
right now so you guys can get our limited NFT.
Bro, go pump
Just
all your money into
deposit-
BlockFi.
Bros, trust me. Just take whatever your account balance is and put it into FTX right now because our NFT is dropping exclusively on FTX.
Yeah, and you don't want to miss it. So like, subscribe, hit the little bell. Episode 22, 9 a.m. tomorrow. We will see you guys next week. Peace.
Love you guys.